seconds remaining here in the game.
Run, that's right, on time, Mr. K.
Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10.
There we go. Now we're live.
Saints going to use their 2nd timeout. Stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one.
Ooh, y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here.
They come up for a 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's shot. His throw is complete.
Oh, man.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. The Panthers will take their 1st timeout, and the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game. Here's 1st down. They'll go play action here with Chuck. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
In motion is Hill. Got it into the hands of Olave. And he's taken down, and now they can take this all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try. And the crowd a major factor now as we get to
Anybody else miss the old Madden news updates that they used to give?
Here's a screen coming for
Oh. There goes Alvin. All the way down to the 10-yard line. See, that's our boy Alvin Kamara. Put him, Chris Olave, and if we still have Mark Ingram, I think the Saints will be unstoppable in the run game. And yes, I know Olave is a wide receiver. But to have that option on the field with Kamara and Ingram, it would have been amazing. Oh. That is a touchdown for the Saints. What? This is probably the only way I'm going to see the Saints win this year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this
Juwan Johnson.
Here, 2 guys clearly on the same page.
He's a rookie. Gotta be. Or at least he's a rookie to me.
He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT.
Did they call him Group in college? 17-14. Oh, 21-14. 25 seconds on the clock. Destiny is calling me. Evil eye.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, it's Chuba Hubbard.
That's who?
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Taken in by Tremble. The Panthers are going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Slot man in motion right. On second down, Young. From left side, hauled in by Leggett. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. That's good for a Panthers first down. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Okay, what other games are being played today? I'm not restarting this. We're going to finish it. That is the only way the Saints are going to win. I just have a feeling. Now, we may end up winning this this game today against the Panthers, but I doubt it. Raiders versus Broncos, that was Thursday. Falcons and Colts, they're playing right now. Let's see who else we got here. Cardinals and Seahawks. Rams and the 49ers. You know, I'm really interested in that. Alright. So, I guess we'll see who wins 20s, the Giants and the Bears. But good morning, everybody. Good Sunday morning. Hope you tuned in to Fox already to see the breakdowns of the game with Terry Bradshaw. I'm going to brush my teeth real quick. So drop whatever games you want to see in the chat, or what game you're looking forward to, and who you hope is going to win today.
To get this one started, and off we go from Soldier Field. Good return as he takes it across the 30. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. #1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
So although his rookie season didn't go exactly according to plan, the best thing that happened, Mike, was he started all 17 games. And I know there were some ups and some downs. He's got a new regime now, new stability, new head coach. And I think it's going to allow all of his physical talent we saw coming out of college that made Caleb Williams the #1 overall pick. I think it's going to let it shine. Because there is no question. When this guy is in the right system with the right play caller, he is as talented and as productive as any quarterback we've seen come out of the draft in the last couple of years.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 9. Well, right side, caught by Odunze. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And they certainly don't waste any time getting him involved. And we knew coming in that he would be a part of the game plan. But this is a sign of things to come. He could be in store for a big game.
Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over. So Give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
They'll go again with Swift. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
On third down, it's Williams from the gun. This one down the field, but it lined up incomplete.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
On fourth down, the Bears send out their second-year man, Torrey Taylor, to punt. Gunnar Olszewski is deep for the Giants. And this one's going to land out of bounds as the market inside the 20. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
And Dart was the second quarterback taken in this year's draft, only behind Cam Ward out of Miami. And you look back to his time with Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss, he put up some monster numbers. And you got to think, he's the youngest quarterback of the entire 25 draft. So can he transition to a pro-style offense? Can he play the style in which they want to play in New York? From a physical standpoint, from an athletic standpoint, like Jackson Dart looks like the prototypical modern-day NFL quarterback. So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions, and I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback.
Darius Slayton was the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down. Out of shotgun. It's Dart. And that is incomplete. Wandale Robinson, the one he was looking for that time. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Bears offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Tyler Nugent is there for the stop.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. They'll run here with the rookie. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got the hook up there to Ogunze. A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, Chicago.
16 yards. That's good for the Bears. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On first down, it's Swift. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
On second down, it's a run with Swift. And he'll be taken down. We have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
They'll run with Swift. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. No chance at all. He'll go down.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. In this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. To throw is Williams. They'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
A gain of 7 yards.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? We're back to Soldier Field after this. On fourth down, it's Cairo Santos on for the Bears field goal. This about as short as you can get. Santos' kick is good. And the Bears will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Giants offense ready for their second possession. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. play fake. Now Dart. Rolling to the left.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
From 31, here's 2nd and 3. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. 14 on the pickup. First down, Giants.
Giants, first down. A gain of 14. First down, Giants.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pickup there by the back to pick up the first down.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. On the play fake, here's Dart. Out to his right, and he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He's got his tight end, that's Johnson. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. He finds his receiver, Olszewski. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. In motion, it's Robinson. He'll show, can't sweep, and instead run it up the middle. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. Looking to throw. It's Dart. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down.
minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. Here's Dart on 1st and 10. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
On 2nd down, Dart. On throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And you can see really why this offense has leaned on the ground game. I mean, can't you, Mike? I mean, the passing attack really needs somebody to provide a spark because they have not been able to get anything going here before the half.
A couple of 3rd down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On 4th down, the veteran Graham Gano for the Giants field goal try. This one will be from 37 yards out. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Exiting the pocket right. And Williams hit the deck there, but actually picked up the 1st down.
Of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. He'll take off again. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
6-yard line.
Here's Williams now to throw. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
At the Giants' 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Right side to the tight end, Komet. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Luther Burton. Touchdown, Bears.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. It's up and good. And the Bears take a 10-3 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no return here. This is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing. Dart. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter.
At the 39-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Dart. He'll get that complete right side. It's Bellinger. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. He'll start at the 4. And he's stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Giants offense is going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Just a lone field goal for them so far. Down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. 32. It's 2nd and 2. On the give, it's Tracy. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd.
Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw is Dart. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit. That right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Bears offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 13 yards to start that drop. And a quick first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That one's good for 29.
There's 2 elements to a successful run play, and the key is having them aligned. The offensive line needs to block according to the play and create space, but the back has to hit that space at the appropriate time. And this is a clear example as to why it leads to big gains.
This one taken in by Odunze. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot, and now I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Off play action. Here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Roy Robertson Harris in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's 3rd down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. That is hauled in at the 5.
And this is a great example of why staying on schedule and ahead of the sticks is so critical. Because even after that big 3rd down pickup, it's not enough for the first, and it brings up 4th down.
On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears will extend their third quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Santos following the made field goal. Back out to kick this one away. Olszewski now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense headed back to take over once more. They're in a 10-point hole. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with first down. They'll go play action here with Dart. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. They'll run with Tracy.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Tracy again. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and 2, and it's Dart. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
7-yard gain. And the Giants first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 6. Now it's Tracy looking to run. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here comes the jet sweep. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
3rd and long. Out of shotgun. It's dark. Over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
Gain of 17 yards. And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
Clark gonna throw it again. He'll step up, and he will score. Game on. Jackson Dart, touchdown, Giants. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. They've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. On 1st and 10, it's Williams.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Give up the middle with Swift. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Bears first down.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here's Swift. And they inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Chicago.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Now Swift. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. Talk things over before third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. On third down, here's Swift. He'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone. A pickup of 6.
I think the decision of whether or not you kick the field goal or keep your offense on the field, Mike, comes down to, do you have a play on your call sheet you love? Do you have a critical down, 4th down play that you know is going to work? Because if you do, now's the time to dial it up, be aggressive, and extend this drive.
The offense is out there. 4th and inches. They're going for it. Here's Williams. He gets this complete to Burden. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down. They will run it over center with Swift. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8. Setting up second and short. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
This one up on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
A 25-yard attempt.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a 1-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Brings up a second and a yard at the 30-yard line.
It is 2nd and a yard. Here we go. One final play. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. On the comeback, falls short, time runs out. This game is over. So this one in the win column for the Bears. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. They're going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.
football and hope you are too. Welcome to East Rutherford, New Jersey, everybody, and MetLife Stadium. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. Ready to do the honors. And away we go from East Rutherford. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He dodged the tackle. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And leading them out, entering the league is a third-round pick, Brock, and one of college football's all-time passing leaders, Dylan Gabriel.
He enters the NFL with over 60 career starts. How about 155 touchdown passes, a Division I record, getting almost 18,000 yards. And I wonder, can he use all that experience the same way Bo Nix did as a rookie in Denver? Only time will tell.
Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And he starts us off with a 5-yard pickup. Second down coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. Really.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Another one for Ford. Escapes a defender. This is close, but I think they stopped him short, partner. Yep, spots at the 37. It's going to be third down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. Got a nice little gain on the ground.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Browns, first down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And we've got a tough QB who wants to put it on his shoulders. You sign up for it.
Off the play action. Here's Gabriel. Took off with it again.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the net's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Just a yard left to go on second down. From the gun, it's Ford. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Gabriel, 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Remember in our defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Sent back to their own side of the field on that last play. Some ground to make up here on second. From the gun, Gabriel. He's in trouble. He gets brought down again. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to third down.
I kind of feel like we're watching a welcome to the NFL moment for this rookie quarterback. Hey, kid, Yeah, the rush gets here a little bit faster at this level than it does the college game.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Here he goes, third and long. That's the rookie from Texas hauling it in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Looking to punt on fourth down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. So now it's the Jets getting that on offense for their opening drive. Leading him out now in his 5th season here in the NFL, won 4 of his 6 starts last year. Justin Fields.
While his 4-2 record wasn't good enough to keep the starting job in Pittsburgh over Russell Wilson, that performance was enough to show the rest of the NFL there's still potential in him to go lead a franchise.
Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Fields. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Fields on 1st down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He skips down inside the 35-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Fields gets it out right quick. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Lazard, the motion man left. 1st down, and they go right back to him. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. On the counter, Hall. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. More from MetLife coming right up. Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Fields out of the gun. And they stand him up. No breaking through, and the defense holds.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
So on fourth down, here comes Nick Folk to attempt this for the Jets. A very short kick here from the right hash. And the kick by Folk is good. And they are able to get their first 3 points of this game.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. Early momentum with that field goal.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. To return, Jerome Ford. Jukes away from one. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. And coming off our first points of the ballgame, they're going to take over now trailing 3-0. First call here coming from the shotgun. Gabriel here from the gun. A throw right side, caught by Njoku. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. He's out in the clear. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The game gets this down inside the 35. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, Gabriel. That's caught. Here's Quinshawn Judkins. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
That's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take a second quarter lead. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. Oh, he sure did.
This is Andre Schmidt to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns take a 4-point lead.
Jets 3.
Here's Schmidt to send this away. Return. Here comes Kene Wangu. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Play action, Fields. Escapes and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Hey, God bless the Ted Washingtons, Casey Hamptons, Vince Wilforks, all them run stuffers back in the day. But the D-tackles of today, you not only have to stuff the run, you have to eat up the pass, too, and that D-tackle just got it done.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Left side cut by Lazard. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Offense going with a 4-receiver set, 3rd and long. Throw here, 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Now on 4th down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. He has it at the 33. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Browns and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's 4. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Catch made left side by Jeudy. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Number 3, Jerry Jeudy. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Third and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
They'll punch another one away. Coy Bajorquez returning to the field. And the fair catch made here at the 15. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. And it's the Jets about set to begin their drive. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Now they send their back in motion right. 2nd and 10 now. Fields. Throw left side. Taylor has it. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Fields on 3rd. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Jets get some late points and the lead. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers. Sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets push their lead to 3.
Jets 10, Browns 7.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Gabriel's going to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know coordinator, quarterback going to be upset with that first down, because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Now fake the handoff. Now Gabriel. Nice game left side. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Gabriel. He brings it in. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3 now. Off the play action, here's Gabriel. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Third and long, they're going to throw. He finds Njoku, complete. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Daryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
He's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And they just get the play on. Looking for trouble now, and the ball is out. And the offense gets it back, but a little consequence here. We reached halftime in this one. So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime report. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. And here is Schmidt to send this away. Wangu now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So to begin the third quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up, and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
New York to the line. First and 10. Field throwing here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Throwing out to the left. Cup. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's Hall running his own read. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. A pistol snap. Fields. He'll step up, and there he goes. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They've got a man in motion. Shotgun snap, but gives to Hall. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. They go right back to Hall. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
They'll throw, third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field in more than a second or two.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Austin McNamara will kick this away. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The Browns getting their offense out there. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They've got first down from the 31. From the gun, Gabriel. Defense is too much here. The Jets drag him down. And after one play of this drive, might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Gabriel here from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. So they're left facing third and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Here he goes, third and long. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And that brings up fourth and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
The Browns are lining up to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First and 10 now from the 30. Play action now. It's Fields. Looking right, and he finds him. Now a small gain up to about the 32. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it's good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Give on second to Hall. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with third and 3.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
All plays on the table here for third and 3. Fields out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's good for the Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the gun, it's all. He's held it just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Fields gets it out wide quick. And he's taken down at the 30. Make it an even 10 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First and 10 now from the 30. Coming right is Hall. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's the Jets who have it with a lead, but this win is not secure just yet. They break the huddle. It's second down now. Shotgun snap to Fields. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he's going to get down safely. Picked up close to 6. Nice call on his part there, but it does leave them now with a third down.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
To the air on third and long. Right side, this is caught by Taylor. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up fourth down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's Ford on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Back out now comes the Browns offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Working from the gun to start. First and 10. Gabriel to the air now. Dumped off to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Gabriel now. Completed over the middle. Well, he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, Gabriel. Has it downfield, working the left. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
First and 10. Here's Ford. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Gabriel setting up to throw. Brought in. And this one does not go far.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd down, Jets into the dime. He'll throw it. Gets it to him on the screen. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. The Browns are lined up to punt. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. The Jets are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense will probably rather forget. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. Gonna need more of those as they trail by a score. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Hits him on the end route. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Gonna run out of the pistol with Hall. 3 inside the 30. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. We're going to pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout. So the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone on 1st. He tucks it and takes off.
As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. Short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets up by 6. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Blitz coming here. Fields. Quick slant complete. And touchdown New York. The Jets stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They want to run it across. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Looking from the gun. It's Gabriel. Throwing the out route complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Looking to throw this one. Gabriel. He's going to keep it this time. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Gabriel, 1st and 10. Catch made. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for Cleveland. 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Going deep here for the end zone. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Now, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Schmidt tacks on that extra point. And the Browns trim the deficit down to 5. Just 30 seconds to go. They're down a score. Their only shot is getting the football back. And the Jets come up with a football and to just about ice this game. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Now here comes the New York offense. Their lead's still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now, is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. So the win goes to the Jets. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
Okay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about
James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the New England Patriots and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Greg Olson, glad you're with us. Out is the rookie from Greg's alma mater. That's Andres Borregales to get us started. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
I mean, you talk about a career resurgence. In his time in Tampa Bay, I mean, think back, Mike. Former #1 overall pick, Heisman Trophy, and then the Cleveland Browns, the team that drafted him, they pretty much said, you know what, we're going to move on without you. And it took Baker Mayfield a little time to find where that next home that believed in him. And since he landed in Tampa Bay, he has taken the opportunity and run back-to-back Pro Bowl appearances, 4,500 yards, 41 touchdowns. If he continues to cut back on the interceptions, he's going to continue to take this Buccaneers team into the playoffs, because that's really all he's ever done.
On second down, Baker. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. They'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 12 yards. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
At the 42-yard line.
Baker gonna give it to Irvin. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
At the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That pass complete to the veteran, Sterling Shepard. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 5. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. To the left side to Godwin. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
They'll run with Irving. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Right back to Irving. Whoa. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
And what started out as a promising drive, now they find themselves in 3rd and long. After being stuffed for a loss on 1st down with that ground game, they came right back to it, trying to make up some of those lost yards. The defense was having none of it. 3rd and long.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. He'll start at the 2. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their 2nd-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's May. He's got his man, Keyshawn Boutte. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain of 24 through the air. First down, New England.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Off the play fake, it's May. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Off the bootleg, here's May. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Tayshawn Booty was the one he was looking for. And it's going to be third down.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Patriots first down. A pickup of 2 yards. And a Patriot first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Here's a run with the rookie from Ohio State. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 7. As we are ready to get back underway. Open man, that's the tight end, Hunter Henry. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. Off he goes. And he's going to give him the first down.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up first and goal.
Stevenson, touchdown!
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Pats move out to a 7-3 lead. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Johnson now to return. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready now for their second drive. They'll start it here with a first and 10. They go play action with Mayfield. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up second and 1 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here comes a 2nd and a yard. The handoff is Irvin, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
At the 42-yard line, a 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll go again here with Irvin. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Mayfield. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you can see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have a Buccaneers first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Again, this is Irvin. Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
Godwin working the right side. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. A gain of 11. And it's 1st and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to capitalize.
Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Buccaneers are on top. It's now 10-7.
Patriots 7.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Patriots offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Left side, he's got Henry. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Out of the gun, here's May. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide. Of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
Throwing on second down. May. The look at his big target, Henry, over the middle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Second down, they need 3. May to throw again. It's complete to Diggs. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Here's May again. We'll try and set up the tight end screen.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Second down and 3. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try. This will be a 38-yard attempt. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Patriots will level the score at 10 apiece.
And barring something dramatic here happening, that field goal should take us into the break all tied up. So this one obviously could go either way. I'm really excited to see, Mike, which team comes out of the halftime break, makes some adjustments on both sides of the ball to try to give themselves the edge.
So, our late field goal brings us level. Final few seconds before halftime as the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball...
35-yard line.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. That's caught outside by Otten. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Safe kick taken at the 5. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Pates offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. The throw is May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. And as for much more, 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. Throwing now is May. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 16 on that connection. Good for a Patriots first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. He's going to pick up the first down and more. Give him 16 there and a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Patriots first down.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
Despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
On second down, it's May. Diggs on the reception. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And third down coming up. Pulls it in around the 5. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Pats going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
To kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Bucs offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On the return is Jones. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. To throw on first down is May.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and a couple. A run here with Stevenson. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On first and 10, here's May. He's got Douglas going deep. That is caught. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. What a big play there for New England. It covers 51 yards. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. To throw now, May. Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. On the give, this is Stevenson. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, Patriots. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Borregales now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Patriots will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Buccaneers 10.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Johnson now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. On first and 10, here's Baker. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll run it. It's Irvin. And this will be a Bucs first down. He gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Gain of 6. And first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. Mayfield to throw. They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
On 2nd down, Baker. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Mayfield. A ball deep for the end zone. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on downs. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down. We'll go right back to Stevenson. He will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 4th down, Bryce Behringer out to punt for New England. Cameron Johnson deep to return this. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Baker to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Second and 3 at the 18-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, here's second down and 3. They'll run. And this will be good enough for a first down as he gets up past the 25.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's first and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
Complete to Sterling Shepard. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Here comes second down. They'll drop to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just no...
And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be fourth down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Patriots offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. Not much happening there, just a short game. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. It is second and 9. Here's May. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. The Buccaneers forced to use their third and final timeout. Clock is stopped. 55 seconds remaining here in the game. Down at the 12. It's first and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
Ball like yellow on leaves, ball like an all-white shirt, no sleeves. Tell her, put it like me, blowing a coffee, to sleep. You weak, chic, the web look at the boots, fleet, headache. Got a hook till she give me a headache. Send me a text, I ain't reading no essay. Ball back, yeah, get ball back, yeah, get back. I know as long as she get really good. Listen, I don't mean to call you up, cause I don't know that. And if I never like we go back, way back, run it, now we on track. But you can never ever be my man. You a whole snap, you said it on your IG page. I ain't say that, like say that, lay back, in the back of the Maybach, play that. You see J that, I be in the streets like a stray rat. I will never be with a ring, cause he ain't finna take half. I be on my kid, one girl, one side, in a dope, sending me a text like she misses. The only way she getting back in it.
A look there inside a Hard Rock Stadium in South Florida. Today, a good battle in the AFC. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins.
Welcome to the field. Your 2025 Miami Dolphins.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. The veteran Matt Prater has this one set to get started. And off we go from South Florida. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Miami offense set to go, led by 27-year-old Tua Tagovailoa. Greg Hartley's sixth season as the Dolphins quarterback.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
On play action, it's Tagovailoa. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And we'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
That's caught on the right side by Waddle.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A gain there of 20. Good for a Dolphins first down.
Well, there's fast starts, Mike, and then there's this. It just seems like it's completion after completion, and now they find themselves in plus territory. Every team has their fringe red zone down to their red zone plan, and once you cross midfield, you got to be thinking 6, at the worst 3, but you're coming away with points.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Off play action, it's Tua. He'll get this complete mid Westbrook and Keenan. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A big-time play for the Dolphins. 31 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
A play fake. Now Tua to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. That is Joey Bosa in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. A shotgun snap for Tua. For the end zone, but it's batted away. Incomplete. He was open for a moment. Defense closed quickly, and now it's 3rd and goal.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
That is caught back corner of the end zone. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead.
Dolphins 7, Bills nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. On the return, it's Brandon Codrington. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bills offense heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen, in the prime of his career.
And certainly deserving of that MVP award. Just a year ago, 28 touchdown passes, but it was just 6 interceptions, and that's really where the improvement has come. We've all seen the size, the speed, the big arm, Mike, since he's come into the league. But now that the negative plays are going down, really the next step for him, really the only thing left on that resume is to go out and try to get that Lombardi trophy.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 4. The tight end Kincaid in motion. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Looking downfield for Coleman. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line. Big play there for the Bills. A gain of 48.
It's a gain of 48 yards. First down, Bills.
And they decide to bring pressure here on 3rd down, but he does a really nice job. Remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
He's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. Allen now on 2nd down. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day. I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
From the gun, Josh Allen. It is brought in the end zone. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills come right back to tie it at 7. Now after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, Malik Washington. He'll get across the 20, mark him down 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get going with their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. They'll run here with the rookie. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back to South Florida after this. The Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the second quarter, and they've got second and long, 2nd and 14. In motion, it's Waddle. Tua, give it to Achane. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
8. In motion is Hill. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Back deep for Buffalo is Brandon Codrington. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Good. And he will be out of bounds, but you saw that penalty flag come in. Looked like the defender got a head start.
That penalty is declined.
On play action, Allen. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
We're not real accustomed to seeing these sort of plays out of this guy. He's more of the dirty work, kind of behind-the-scenes role player. But tell you what, he keeps coming through for this offense, and he's going to find himself with a couple more touches.
A run up the middle with Cook. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Micah Fitzpatrick up to make the stop. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18. Allen will throw. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And it'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate. his plays in the back end. Mike kind of patrolling that center field safety position, but this time he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
To the air on second down. Here's Allen. And he's in. James Cook. Touchdown, Bills. Prater on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Dolphins 7.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll fake the hand. Now, Tua. That's caught downfield by Waddle. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Here's Tua now on 2nd down. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to take possession.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. One thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. It's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum, because so far they've come out hot in this one.
To the left side, it's caught by Shakir.
So it makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, here is Allen. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowski, to punt. Malik Washington deep for Miami. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Dolphins offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Play action. Tagovailoa. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. It is caught. It is Westbrook-Ikhine. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 45-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the gun, here's Tua. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Play action, it's Tagovailoa. Pressure gets there. He'll go down. There's a penalty flag down as well. This could very well be a hold. In motion, it's Waddle. Throwing is Tua. Right back to Hill. He's got it again. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott. Thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Start this drive, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range, but for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
2nd and 10. The tight end Kincaid in motion. On 2nd down, here's Allen. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jack Jones. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
The bootleg, here's Tua. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A pistol set with Tagovailoa. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa. Now a screen set up for H.F. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And the Dolphins are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. Ooh. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Bills offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, throw here for Allen. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
6-yard pickup.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. You're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense, so give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
In the middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 16 on that pass play. 1st down, Buffalo.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. In motion, Shakir. That one not disguised too well. He'll get back to the line, Richard.
Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep, pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now, Allen. This one, downfield, for Kincaid. And this is going to be incomplete. And it's great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
The Bills bringing on the punt team, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it's come out to the 20-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. Trailed by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Aiken. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Matt Milano there to stop it.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 9. Man in motion here is Washington. Off play action, it's Tua. He'll get this out wide. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they have.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The Bills offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Now on 2nd down. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Allen to his tight end Kincaid, and the Bills have a 1st down.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time, and then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's to the left side, taken in by Coleman. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll try to sneak it here, and he is going to have a Bills 1st down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st down, Buffalo.
Working from the pistol. He's got his tight end, Kincaid. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. On the move left. Off he goes.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Bills 1st down. A gain of 9 yards.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
On first down, it's Allen. Quick slant into the hands of Shaquille. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
At the 13-yard line.
Second and a yard. Allen going to keep it on the zone read. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Buffalo.
This is one of the more impressive drives that we've seen in a while here, Mike, and to cap it off, it's a simple read option, but for some reason, the defense just doesn't account for the quarterback keeping the ball, and by the time they realize who has it, he's in the open field and on his way for 6.
Now Prater to tack on the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Bills are out to a 21-10 lead.
Dolphins 10.
So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting set to get back to work. Now first down throw for Tua. That went out wide to A-Train. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. A shotgun snap for Tua. This one complete to Washington. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, Miami.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
Well, when this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth, he certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
Design run. It's Allen. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this second down play.
And These are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and a couple. On the handoff, this is Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. We'll try and run here with Cook. And he will work this down to the 43-yard line, and that is enough for a first down. And third and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. The tight end, Kincaid, in motion. Once again, it's Cook. Trying to bounce that one outside, but only to be able to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Brings us second and 9.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, here's a second and 9. They'll drop to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Up until this point, this pass rush has been pretty non-existent, so a pretty good time in the game to get their first sack. They're trying to get off the field and give the ball back to their offense and see if they can pull off this comeback.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Now Allen facing third and long. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down.
So what they're trying to do with this concept here, Mike, is they're trying to put layers into the defense. There's somebody attacking deep, there's somebody attacking intermediate, and then in this case, they force the ball to be thrown to the underneath check down, and they're able to keep him short and force fourth down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Dolphins offense ready to get back to work. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's first and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. Looking underneath for Achane. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
That is hot! And this is going to be a touchdown! Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. That one batted away and incomplete. Good work there defensively. The try for two does not work.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense could just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
The Bills offense make their way out to take over once more. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts. So just one kneel down and then time to shake hands. Allen down to a knee, and that should do it. So a road win here for the Bills. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all three phases of the game and ride back to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.